Aha. Okay. So I'm going to do it cloud, wherever that is. And you'll help me.
Out there in cyberspace somewhere.
And then you'll help me.
My background somewhere.
But you'll help me find it?
Oh, it'll come up on my Zoom page.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay,
yeah.
Great. So, so today, Dito and I were talking about how some of us might be feeling, see, did I already press the record button?
Yes, it's recording.
Okay, we talked about.
Wait, listen, this is very important. At the end, before you close down, before you end the meeting, you have to stop recording. Up there at the top left.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure you knew that. All right, it's all yours, sister.
Kimberly, where are you with that beautiful beach?
Background.
Everybody has that.
What is that?
You know, it's called a virtual background. If you go down to your video, wherever your video option is, mine's at the bottom of my page, and I click on the arrow, the little arrow, and it says choose virtual background. And it gives you, I think, about five. There's another one.
Ooh.
There's another one.
Wow.
There's one for Jan Casilla.
Virtual backgrounds are fun. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that.
Well, for those that are just joining in, we're playing with our virtual background. All right. Hi, Mary. I see Mary just joined us. She was, and now she's not. Okay.
I'm here.
Oh, yay. Hi. We were just playing with virtual background with Kimberly, our host.
I saw the water.
Woo! That's like us down there.
So I was feeling in a Mexican state of mind.
All right.
Which is right, because it's an empty beach.
Yeah, exactly. That's what kind of drew me to it.
Well, Dito and I sneak down there every night just after sunset. Nobody's there. Just to look and then breathe and then come back.
It's beautiful down there.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to start off by sharing just a little bit, I don't know if it's time yet. Do we have a few minutes for questions and comments? Anybody?
Yeah.
Well, I have a comment that Dito and I were talking about, this kind of low level of depression that kind of people can feel in the force right now. It's kind of like a little fog we've been in since we're home. And I thought maybe by you tuning in, we're actually raising our vibration and also those happy hormones. Those are called endorphins. So this is a real important thing that we're doing for our body, our mind, our spirit, our energy level, our vibration, so that we rise above that fog. And Kimberly just mentioned that she's starting this City of Hope.
Windows of Hope.
Windows of Hope. That's going to give us some direction or some guidance to finding more joy. And I think this is one of the ways to do it. But I know staying connected is so important, even if it's just on Zoom, you know? And once things start opening up, people are going to be a little fearful. They're going to like tread lightly going back into our environment. So do you want to share a little bit more about that, Kimberly?
Windows of Hope is now it's a national initiative to get people really to start unifying people. And our ribbon, the basis of this is our ribbon. It's red, white, and blue with white stars on it. And it's to symbolize unity and getting back together, reconnecting with each other, stopping the fear, you know, all those things to get us back into being a community again that made us a community to begin with. And so we're asking merchants to decorate their windows with this ribbon and with messages. We, at Anne's chiropractic clinic, we made these messages of hope, like we're better together and meet me at the window, or, you know, just stuff like that. And
where is her office?
Her office is down here on, I can't think, the Cove, something Cove.
Cove Parkway.
Cove Parkway, that's it. So she's in the core chiropractic office. So that's what we're asking people around Cottonwood, we're asking businesses around Cottonwood to do. And then as soon as we get some really cranking, then in fact, we've already had several that are very excited about this because it's really speaking to getting our economy back up as well.
Yeah,
So,
we need that in Mexico too.
yeah, there's a lot of facets to this. There's a lot of good that can come out of this. You
Yeah.
know, being respectful and being realistic about the virus and not spreading it and things like that. But those things that we can do with conscious, you know, in a conscious way, then that's what we're trying to get people to do.
Yeah.
So then we're putting it out in the newspaper, on email newsletters, on Facebook, on Instagram. I was taking video and pictures today while we were passing this stuff out so that we could get the general populace out and about, walking or just driving through and starting to vote on their favorite window. And then each business will, we know each vote will be tallied, and then we'll figure out, because we'll have categories, best window overall, you know, best in show, all this and that. And then, but also, and so we're going to award those prizes at the end of this month. And the end of this month, we're also having a drive-by car show. So all the, you know, the old cars and the cool cars are going to be driving through, all through Cottonwood. So it's really fun. We haven't gotten CUL involved in it yet.
Yeah.
Really on the foundational part. So once we get the foundation done, which is passing out this stuff and getting people involved, then we'll get CUL involved, because CUL is a co-sponsor with Dr. M and the city of Cottonwood. They're all behind it.
All right. Well, if we could get something going here in Mexico, because Puerto Penasco is also, the businesses have been suffering and people are nervous about going out. So that would be a good initiative to put out there for Mexico. And there's my daughter in Sweden. Oh my gosh. Hi, Christy.
Hello.
Welcome.
I'm running a little behind schedule, but I'm here.
No, you're not. You're fine.
Okay, good. Let me adjust my space.
All right. So I'm so pleased that there are so many here. I know it kind of gets away from everyone after a while, but maybe I should send reminders. Looks like Donna and Don just showed up. Welcome, Donna and Don.
Hello.
Welcome, Christy.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we also have Linda Leibowitz, and we have Mary Robertson. Yay. So
we have Janet, my girlfriend Janet, my BFF from about 100 years, oh no, 30 years ago.
That's right. Hi, Janet.
Hi. And my sister's there, Carol.
And Judith. Judith,
Yep.
I was wondering, your sister is named?
Gail.
That's who Gail is. I was trying to figure out who Gail was. All right. Well, great. Well, welcome both of the sisters. All right.
Okay, I'm going to sign off. Everybody have a great time. I'm going to go help decorate the window. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for coming. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you.
And welcome, welcome,
Don't
everybody.
forget, stop the video before you end the meeting. Okay. All
Thank
right.
you, Kimberly.
all.
Thank you for hosting this wonderful event.
My happiness.
Okay. Bye. All
Bye-bye.
right. So Kimberly's signing off, but we are just getting started. So I just wanted to kind of reiterate a little bit of what we spoke of earlier about this low level of depression. Some of us are starting to feel it sitting on the couch like this little couch potato back here. Hope we don't get into that state of affairs, but Matilda is usually with me for the alignment portion of our classes. So she's kind of like my little mascot. She's sitting behind me here on the couch. She's my little couch potato today, waving at everybody. Just to remind us all to get up and move. As long as you have a strap, see my little strap over there, and a chair that has arms, and a bottled water handy, you're all set. Hi, Donna and Don. Yay, everybody's here. Good. So we have a nice little group today, and I'm so pleased we have 15 people. The group is growing, and I'm so pleased. Wow. Thank you for joining us, Tina.
This is Jude.
Thank you.
My cousin's here now, too. Carol, another Carol.
Oh, you have a cousin? My goodness. I have to see everybody. And then there's Kim. There's Dito's cousin. Hi, Kim. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. And Lori LaValle, thank you for joining us. Hi, welcome, welcome. And Tina, nice to see you. Wow, I'm so pleased everybody's, like jumping on the bandwagon to move. That's great. So we talked about this little kind of low-level depression that we're all feeling under. And I think by coming together, even though this is like a little spiritual community right between us, to connect to that inner guidance, we also have to remember what we're doing physically too, is that we're building up these happy hormones. They're called endorphins, and that's going to help build more levity in our life, not levity, but more uplifted vibration to keep us healthy and strong. Okay, so I just heard a vibration. I mean, an echo. I don't know where it's coming from. So some of you have your speakers off. So it's up to you if you want to leave them on. Sometimes a little background ambient noises are a little distracting to hearing me. So if you have a question during our yoga session, raise your hand and wave it so that if you're really having a problem with one of the asanas, I can either give you modifications, or I can give you something that would help bring it a little bit more challenging if you feel like you need it, okay? So we're gonna begin by sitting nice and tall in our chair. And if you cannot hear me, I'm moving back to my chair. Can you see me? My arms, okay, and my feet. And my feet are actually sitting on a couple of yoga blankets because my legs are fairly short for the chair, and I don't want the back of my thigh muscles to be restricted from the flow of blood. So I want to make sure that there is no restriction, so my thighs are more parallel to the earth and they don't cause any restriction of the blood flow while we move. So you might want to elevate your feet if your feet aren't flat on the floor with any restriction on the back of your thighs. Some of you are nice and tall, I know. So this is a comfortable position to sit, and you don't have to sit back in your chair. Sometimes it's better to sit just on the sits bones and just feel the chair beneath you, feel yourself being rooted, like Linda Leibowitz always reminds me, we're getting rooted here, right? Grounding and feeling Mother Gaia. There's a lot to be said about the earth energies that are going to support us, especially if we can walk barefoot on the earth, right? So we're going to sit nice and tall on those sits bones, feeling Mother Gaia, feeling the energy and the support she provides through that root chakra, and just feel connection. And then relax your shoulders back and down, and relax your palms on top of your lap for just a moment or two. And take some nice deep breaths as you just center in, relaxing all the muscles in your face and your jaw. Sometimes we grind our teeth at night and clench down on that jaw. So we're going to relax the muscles. Relax the shoulders back and down. And when you breathe, I want to see if you can breathing into the heart center. So your chest will expand. Instead of the shoulders going up, relax them back and down and just let the chest expand on the inhales. And the exhales. Let it slowly relax the torso. Good. You might want to close your eyes, bringing your palms in front of your chest in a prayer position. This is a nice way to get centered. And what I like to do is I like to cross my palms one over the other and let the thumbs cross as well. And what I do is I press the top knuckle of that thumb that's closest to my sternum in towards my center. And this is making a connection to that miracle muscle. You may remember we spoke last week of the 100,000 beats each day that this beautiful miracle muscle provides for us each day, and we very seldom pay any attention to that inner workings, right? So with our heads bowed, we're going to show a little appreciation for the inner guidance that this miracle muscle gives us, alerting us when things are more hectic as it beats faster, and see if we can keep it calm, keep the energy smooth and in balance with nature, right? keeping our energy in the same vibration as Mother Gaia. So with our heads bowed, we're going to ask the creative wisdom within to guide this chair yoga class for us, helping us to not go beyond our limits, to honoring our flexibility, and not to compete or compare with one another on the screen or even with me, but listening to our body, right? So with that being said, let's get a little bit more centered. And if you're comfortable with chanting, let's just chant that sound of Om together to get really grounded here. So we're going to fill our lungs with a nice deep breath here. And then relax and release your palms. Shake them out. Shake out your shoulders. Shake out your hands. Feel your feet grounding you. Good. So we're going to actually start off the way we did with our first session. We're going to use our hands. We are probably on the computers a lot more. And so they have this tendency to get stiff in our wrists. So we call that carpal tunnel. So we're going to move the wrists and the digits, the fingers a little bit that we don't normally do. Now, some of us do a lot of knitting and crocheting. So there's a lot that we do with our hands, especially now that we're sitting at desks. So let's interlace the fingers again, but this time reverse the palms and take a breath. And as you reach towards the front of the room, stretch the heel of your palms out. And as you continue to inhale, lift and lengthen. You can't see the top of my hands, but you know where they are. They're way up there. And then exhale, slowly bringing them forward. So we're actually stretching the shoulders straight out of the socket almost, stretching way out. And then relax them, and then do it again. Inhale. And the muscles along the back are getting a stretch. And as we lift and lengthen, we're also stretching the muscles in between the rib cage. And exhale, slowly down. Anybody having a problem with that? Then don't go that high. Some of us may have had some shoulder issues. So let's do that one more time. And if you can, great, great. Lean over to one side. See how that feels? Spread your legs so you don't fall off your chair. And then as you inhale, come back up. Stretch, 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 and then exhale, leaning to the other side. So now we're getting a nice stretch all along the rib cage here. Good, stretching. Inhale, back up. And then as you exhale, slowly release your arms. Woo, shake them out. Good job. So we're going to do that one more time, but we're going to rotate the wrists in circles. So interlace your fingers again and just make a circle with your wrists in one direction. Sometimes it's not so easy to go in the opposite direction. So see how that feels? Yeah. Good job. All right. Get those, shake out those fingers, those digits, and then press the fingers together. Sometimes we get a little arthritis, and this will help bring the flexibility back. So pressing the pointer finger to the thumb, and then release, and then the middle finger to the thumb, and release, and the ring finger to the thumb, and release, and the pinky. So let's do that together. Pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. Pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. One more. Pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. And shake it out again. Good job. All right. So how are your shoulders? I'm already shaking them out. How do the shoulders feel? Can we do a little rotation with those rotator cuffs? So placing your hands on top of your shoulders, bring your elbows so that they're more parallel. And then as you exhale, see if you can bring the elbows together. Some of us can't do that. And as you continue your exhale, releasing, tucking the tummy in, see if you can bring the elbows down towards the chest. And then begin an inhale. As you inhale, raise those elbows up, bringing the shoulders up with them. Take a deep breath, open up that heart chakra, the heart opening asanas. And if you can gently roll those elbows backwards, see how that feels to get a nice heart opening. And then exhale all the way down and forward. So let's inhale those little wings up. How do those shoulders feel? Pretty good? Look at you guys. And then roll those shoulder blades back. Exhale, slowly releasing, coming down. Let's just do one more. See how that feels on those shoulders. Big range of motion here, everybody. Not everyone can do this. This is great. Roll those back. Exhale, forward and down. Let's do that in the reverse. Those little wings, roll them back. Up, 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 up on the inhale. Exhale, slowly coming forward and down. Nice movement. Back muscles moving too. Inhale, come back and up. All the way up. Exhale, coming forward and down. We're going to do one more time. When you're ready, roll them back. All the way up, but this time we're going to straighten the arms. We're going to exhale, coming all the way forward like you're reaching for me. Hello, everybody. All right, reaching all the way to the front of the room. How does that feel on the back muscles? And then if you can go all the way to the ground, if your lower back allows it, come all the way down. Spread your legs nice and wide so your belly has some room. Good job. I can't see anyone, so that's a good sign. That means you're down there. And then slowly walk your hands back up to your knees. And come back up. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one for those shoulders. So I want you to give yourself a big hug. So reach to the back of the room and reach and gather up as much air as you can. And as you exhale, roll those arms around your body. Pat yourself on the shoulders for coming to chair yoga today. Your body will appreciate it, hopefully. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate. We're going to do a little spinal twist because all those fluids need to be replaced. So we're going to kind of like squeeze them out as we rotate from one side of the room to the other. I hear an echo. I'm not sure why.
Carol, we really need everybody to be on mute. Otherwise, we'll keep getting echoes.
Okay, so it looks like Linda and Carol's second cousin, no? Let's see.
First cousin.
First cousin. Can you mute your sound?
How do I do that?
Okay, on the bottom of the screen, when you open up, there is a microphone. Just tap the microphone and it'll put it on mute.
I don't have one. Don't have a microphone. Wait, there it is, maybe at the top.
Am I still echoing?
No, I don't want to leave. I
think Linda's phone, you had both your phone and your computer on.
I don't know how to mute it.
How to do what?
Mute.
Where were we? We were right here. We were loving ourselves and we were rotating from left to right, feeling that wonderful spinal twist, getting some movement, getting some energy up and down the spine. Good. Now we're going to leave the elbows stacked, if you can, one on top of the other. And if you can touch the backs of your palms together, maybe even your palms together, you can lift and lengthen and feel the muscles along the back. There's lots of muscles that are stretching right now. And then as you exhale, coming back down, inhale, coming up, beautiful, nice stretch all the way up, and exhale down, good, all right. One more time, coming all the way up and exhaling down, nice. So I'm going to change my screen just to show me as the major person on your screen. You can see everybody, right? Now, if I am there, does that help? Yes? Okay. Good. Oh, wait, I lost it. Okay. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm putting me in the middle of the screen and I've got all of the little participants on the top. All right, so let's release our arms and stretch them out and see if you can remember which way your elbow was. So if your other elbow was on the bottom, switch. Now this time, instead of patting yourself on the shoulders, walk your fingertips down and see if you can feel those little wings back there. Those little wings are your scapula that hold the muscles together between those scapula that get to stretch too. So as we twist again from one side of the room to the other, you're going to feel this, the muscle stretching from one side to the other. Yeah, good job. And then again, if you want to bring the elbows stacked, seeing how your shoulders are feeling now, since we warmed them up a little bit, if you can raise those shoulders up, bringing the arms with it, and exhaling down. Good, that's going to stretch those muscles. And one more time, coming up, And slowly down. Beautiful. And then release with a big circle. Woohoo. All right. So now let's spread our feet out a little bit wider. And we're going to do a little stretching for the muscles along the trapezius. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension in those shoulders. A lot of knots accumulate. So we're going to lean off to the thigh of one leg with the forearm of the arm. And then we're going to reach up and over our heads, if we can, to give a nice stretch. This time, instead of just the rib cage, we're going to go all the way down to the knee. So if you can, come off the chair slightly. Stretch the leg behind you so you can feel that stretch all the way down, lengthening all the way across the room. Beautiful, nice, full stretch. And then inhale, back up, and releasing down. Let's try that again. You can stretch your leg back, inhale up, across the sky, or the corner of the room. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Feel that lovely stretch all the way down. Good. Inhale, back up, and releasing down. I'm going to move my cursor out of the way. Okay, good. So anyone feel that nice little stretch there? Yes? All right. Now let's switch to the opposite side. We're going to sit at the edge of the chair. Now you could put your thigh on the chair and come all the way over to the edge if you can see what I'm up to here. I've got one foot all the way stretched out lengthwise here, and my whole opposite thigh is on the chair resting, and my foot is directly under my knee, and my my forearm is resting on top of the thigh, and I'm reaching back, reaching up on the inhale, lifting and lengthening. As I stretch, you're going to feel that nice lengthening all the way down, maybe even to the hip bone. Yeah. Stretching, good, side stretch. Inhale, back up. And exhale down. Nice, good, everybody's moving the bodies. All right, don't go too far, honor your flexibility. Nice. Okay, let's try one more. Inhale, come all the way up, lengthening, reaching, stretching all the way across. Good job. Inhale, back up. And exhaling down, good. So since we're at the edge of the chair, stay there. We're gonna do a cat-cow stretch from the chair by placing our hands on our knees, and they're gonna be spread nice and wide, making sure there's no restriction under the thighs, right? Palms on top of the knees, and we're gonna pull the knees towards us on the inhale. And as we do that, we're gonna lead with our chest towards the belly, towards the floor. Taking a nice deep inhale in, looking forward, filling your lungs, filling your belly. So we're stretching the lower back, and when we exhale, we're gonna tuck the chin in, looking down towards the belly, tucking the belly button in, and stretching the small of the back towards the chair. And I'm gonna go sideways so you can see how that looks. Okay, take my blankie with me. So I'm reaching towards the back of my chair. And as I inhale, I pull my knees towards me, lengthening the spine coming forward. How's that feel on the lower back, everybody? And then exhaling. So we're stretching the spine from the tip of the sacrum all the way up to the back of the neck. Inhale, coming forward. When we sit too much, all of this is compression. It's all compressed. Good, back towards the chair. You're gonna love this. Your body's gonna say, wow, I feel taller. All the way forward. And then all the way back on the exhale. Tucking the chin in, stretching the small of the back towards the chair. And coming forward again, nice. So I'm gonna have us do a little isometrics. I think we did this in our first session. And that is, we're gonna place our hands on our hips, or the top of our thighs, and we're going to actually rotate the rib cage around the spinal column. So we're kind of isolating, isometrics. So as we rotate, we're going to stick the chest out, rib cage comes forward, and then we're going to rotate the rib cage over to one side, and then to the back, and then to the other side, and then forward. One side, back, the other side, and forward. One side, back, the other side, and forward. Now, can you smooth it around, going one side and then rolling to the back and then rolling to the other side and then forward? One side, back, smoothing it out. It's kind of like we're skimming the inside of a barrel. I don't mean a beer barrel. That's it. And then reverse your circle. And what's happening with your shoulders? They are more elliptically going from side to side. They're not going like this. They're just going from one side to the other. So they're kind of staying stationary, but just going elliptically. Woo! That feels pretty good. So we got lots of movement in that spine. So we're getting the juices flowing, which also helps to increase our immune system, right? So let's reach down and take a sip of our water, little segment of refreshment. We're doing a lot of deep breathing, so to your health. Now, with all that deep breathing, we are getting a little bit more dehydrated, especially with the hot weather amongst us now. We really need to stay hydrated. Americans are like chronically dehydrated. Most of us don't drink enough water. And those are statistics that are proving it's true. So we really need to stay hydrated. And this is one way to do it is, you know, when you're working out, you are releasing toxins and that tends to dehydrate us. So this is important to remember. Okay. So we're doing pretty good today. So we've got some movement going in the rib cage and we got the stretching going on here. Now, how about those inner thigh muscles? Can we take one foot and bring it gently up on top of the knee or the thigh? What I like to do is I like to just put the foot gently on top. Some of us can't cross our legs that high. Just go a little bit. If it's too much for the hip right now, we're going to open that hip out by leaning forward. So this is a hip flexor muscle. Some of us think of it as the psoas, iliopsoas. It's right here in this area that gets really tight when we sit too much. This is also helping the muscles along the sciatica nerve that get pinched. And those muscles are the piriformis muscles. So if we can stretch all of this out, we'll be able to stand up without any pain. And as we hinge forward with a nice straight spine, right? Keep our spine nice and straight, not bending forward, hunched over, but keeping our chest elevated and leaning towards the front of the room with the chest, you're gonna feel these muscles getting a nice little stretch. Now, don't go too far at first. Honor that flexibility. Now, I've been doing this a while, so I can get those hips out a little further, perhaps. So see how that feels to lean gently forward and down, opening up the hip flexors. Good. Everybody okay? So far, so good. All right. Take a breath in, lift and lengthen, exhale, hinging forward. This is good for the lower back, for the spine too, for the piriformis muscle in the back, and for the psoas muscles here in the front. Good. Good. Want to put a little pressure into that thigh to open it out a little bit more. You can use your forearm resting on there as you lean forward. Good. Now shake that leg out and switch to the opposite leg. Okay. Making sure that you have your thigh of the opposite leg elevated so it doesn't cut the circulation off, because we're going to be bowing forward as well, or just this way even. You're going to feel this muscle. Can anyone feel this muscle here? This is the psoas, the iliopsoas muscles, and also the inner thigh muscles, the adductors. So as we lean forward, you're going to feel that nice stretch along the piriformis as well, lower back. And inhale coming up. Is that working for everybody? Give me a little wave if you can feel those muscles. Good. Good. Thank you, Kim. All right. Nice. And coming back up. And cousin Mary, cousin Janet. Somebody just waved at me. Good. And back up. Good. One more time. It's a nice, good stretch. Yeah. All right. Nice. Now, you have a strap or a belt behind you or hopefully near you. I want you to bring that strap out and adjust it if you can, or hold it to the length of the width of your shoulders so that they're pretty parallel. Mine are just a little bit wider in front of you. looking down your shoulders and your arms to see. We're going to lift those arms up one more time. Take a deep breath and see how far back those arm sockets will allow your arms to go to open up that heart center. And as we exhale, we're going to open our legs and bring the arms forward and down. Another good stretch for that lower back. And then reach forward with the arms lengthening all the way back up. And as back as far as your body will allow without any pain. That's it. Exhaling. So we're opening up the heart center, getting lots of oxygen into the lungs. One more time, coming all the way back up. Rolling the shoulder blades back and relaxing. Now take the elbow of one side, bend it, and place the strap behind your back with that bent elbow. And we're going to reach across and help this elbow get a little closer to the side of the head, or the biceps towards the ear. That's it. Nice and tall. And now you're going to feel the muscles along the back of the arm getting a nice stretch, hopefully. And then reaching behind you, see if you can find the loop or the end of the strap, and gently pulling down actually brings that arm even further back. Now don't hyperextend the lower back where you're just kind of going like that. Keep your back straight. And if you feel a little pinch, let's slowly work our way down towards the front of the chair. Exhaling and then inhaling back up. And when you're back up here, see if you can walk the fingertips up just a little bit higher. Maybe the fingertips will touch eventually. It may take a while. It took me a year. Once those arms are up there, you're going to get this wonderful toned underarm that we all seem to be needing to work on, those triceps, right? Good job. And then you could try again, bowing gently forward and down. Good stretch for the arms, keeping them strong and toned. And then releasing. Woo! You're going to feel that. Good stretch. Now let's do the same with the other shoulder. So take the loop, swing it across your back. Reach behind, keeping this shoulder relaxed. Reach for the strap with your hand facing out. Elbow up. Oh, that's right. We have to slowly bring the elbow towards the ear. See how that feels? Can you feel these muscles here working? And as you pull gently down on that strap, you're going to feel a nice lengthening, a nice stretch there. Good. And if you can walk your hands up first, a little bit higher, and then gently bowing down. Good. And then inhaling, coming back up. One more time, see if you can get the fingertips to touch. Pointer fingers touching maybe. Maybe not. Maybe this arm doesn't have that much flexibility. And then slowly lowering down. Good. And inhaling back up. And releasing, feeling these muscles got a good workout. Don't drop your strap. We're going to put the strap over the loop or the tie over the ball of the foot. And we're going to pull that leg out. We're going to lift it gently up, feeling now what are we working on? We're working on all the muscles that we sit on right here. This is the calves and the hamstrings. Those hamstrings get a little bit soft. So we're going to try to tighten up some of those muscles too. That's it. And then if I were you, I would lean back into your chair with a nice straight back. So you have the support to raise that leg up, and you could lean into the chair to do it. So your hips are forward on the chair. Your back is straight, and you're lifting that leg up. It may not go this high. Maybe you can only go this high. But if you can go a little bit higher, you start to feel all these muscles we're using here. That's it. Good stretching. This is really good for walking the dog. Get those, what do they call this, a runner stretch? And flexing the heel also works the Achilles tendon, all these tendons and muscles that are getting a nice good stretch. And then switch to the opposite side. Right, straighten the leg, flex the heel, hold on to the strap, lean into the chair, hips at the edge or as close to it, and lifting and releasing. Good. Lifting and releasing. It's also working our biceps, right? Good. Oh, I forgot the one fun thing we can do is open up that hip flexor a little bit more. Stretch it out to the side and bring it forward and out to the side. We'll have to go back for the other leg to do this too. How's that feeling on those hip flexors too? Psoas, iliopsoas. Good. Nice. And let's switch to the other leg. Put the strap on the ball of the foot again. Hold on to the chair. Stretch that hip flexors out to the side. Don't forget to warm them up first. That's it, before you go out. Hopefully you are going out, getting some sunshine, vitamin D. Nice. Oh yeah, I can feel those muscles working. Nice job, everybody. Good. And then release the strap, put it on your lap, sit nice and tall. Spread your knees nice and wide. And let's see if we can open and close those hips again. Now that we've got them all loosened up. That's it. Good. Open and close. You could even do the Charleston while you're here. Oh, that feels so much better. Good. Good stuff. So we're going to do one more spinal twist using the chair to help us. So I'm going to turn my chair sideways. And I'm going to sit facing you. And I'm going to lift my arms up, take a deep breath. And I'm going to turn towards the back of my chair. And I'm going to grab the ends of the chair. And I'm going to use the leverage to help rotate my shoulders so that they're more parallel with the back of the chair. And you're going to feel a wonderful spinal twist going on here. See how that feels? Rotating towards the back of the chair on the exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up and bring them back to your lap. Let's try that again together. Did I lose anybody? Hopefully not. Inhale, back up. Rotate towards the back of the chair, elbows wide. Square those shoulders off. Twisting, using the leverage. Inhale, up. Exhaling the arms back to the lap. Let's do one more. See how that feels? Yeah, one more time. Inhale up, rotate to the back of the chair, elbows wide. Use that leverage to gently twist towards the back of that chair, squaring those shoulders off with the chair, the back of the chair. Inhale, back up, rotating forward and down. Now I'm going to turn my chair around so you could see me, but you can just stay where you are. Okay, you ready? Inhale, arms up. Rotate to the back of the chair, elbows wide. Exhaling, squaring those shoulders off with the chair. Inhale, arms up. To the front of the room, exhale the arms down. One more time, inhale up. Lift and lengthen, rotate to the back of the chair, elbows wide. Square those shoulders off. Inhale, back up. Rotate to the front and release your palms back down. Whew. Can you feel all this wonderful energy going up and down the spine now? We're kind of squeezing out like a washcloth, squeezing out all of the stale fluids in that spinal column and replacing them with fresh fluids. And it's also good for our lymphatic system, getting movement in the lymphs that work all the way up and down the body, keeping the flow of the blood and the fluids to keep us strong and healthy. So we're going to do the abdominal stretch like we did a couple weeks ago. So you're going to sit on your chair towards the edge of the chair, and you're going to lean back in like we did before with a straight back, and we're going to lift our legs up and down, up and down. Now, if you can't do it that high, just go a little bit and down, up and down. Straight back, shoulders against the chair if you can for a little extra support, and down, up and down. Those of you that can go up and hold it, open and close your legs and crisscross. Feel the thigh muscles engaged. If you cannot, that's okay. Just do what you can and down. Are you listening to your bodies? Up and down. Up and down. Last time, up, open and close, crisscross, and down. Good. So we have this one last one that I know Linda Leibowitz loves, or one of you said you loved it, and that is the lower back. So we're going to stretch all the way to the back of our chairs. So go behind your chair. You have to move it up towards the screen. It's okay. And leaning forward with your feet hip width apart, looking towards the floor. Slowly lower the chest down so that you are more L-shaped. So you're parallel to the earth with your arms, your head, and your chest. And what we're going to do is we're going to shift the weight from one side of the hip to the other side of the hip, kind of like wagging your tail like a little puppy dog here. One side and then the other. And start to feel that wonderful stretch along the lower back, lengthening the spine. Wow, you guys, I can't hardly see you. That means you're doing it. Nice stretch. Can anybody enjoy this? Is everybody enjoying this? It's a wonderful stretch for that lower back. Yeah. And of course, we're going to do one more thing with our heels. So walk forward 2 steps and press the heel of one foot under the chair, toes up and lean forward. And there's another good stretch for under the calves and hamstrings again. And inhale back up and exhale coming forward again. Good. I can see everybody's bowing down. Feel that stretch along the back of the legs. Inhale up. One more time, bowing down. Good. Inhale up and shake it out. And place the other heel under the chair, toes up, bowing down, lengthening the lower back. And again. And coming up and shaking it out. Good. And I'm looking at the time and we're at, a little over half an hour. But if you want to hang in there, let's just do one more for those hip flexors. And we can open and close that hip out to the side. You can feel that hip. Good. And then if you go backwards, you can actually feel the gluteus maximus muscles tightening up too. And then do the same with the other side. And then backwards, you can feel the glutes tightening up, keeping your spine nice and straight. Whew. And shake it out. So, I'm going to come back and have a sip of refreshment. How we doing? Everybody getting thirsty? Okay, so I'm coming back. Today, I wanted to just share one quick thing about inversion. An inversion is where, if you don't have high blood pressure, is where your head is a lot lower than your heart. And if you can actually maybe put your legs up the wall while you're sitting on the bed, maybe your legs up the wall over the bed, the blood from the legs then gets to drain back down into the heart and the head, right? So we're getting circulation because we're sitting so much. Now we're inverting. And I actually own an inversion table where I can hang upside down. I'm like a little bat. And I do like 4 minutes every morning and every night. But if you can't do that, then you can do the legs up the wall with your legs on the wall if you're laying on your bed. Or if you're laying on the floor, you can put your legs up on the bed and you can rest your, you can go like that on the bed. And so all of the blood that's flowing out of your legs, it's releasing the tension in the varicose, if we have any varicose veins or those little spider veins, sometimes that releases the tension and the pressure in the legs because we're not walking, we're not moving. So that's going to release the tension and the pressure. And it's going to bring more energy to the brain and the heart. Just as long as you don't let your head get lower than your heart if you have high blood pressure. Because then sometimes you get a little bit lightheaded. So I don't know if any of you have that consideration there. So anyway, how we all feeling? Okay. I want to get everybody online again. Let's see. I got all the little boxes in front of me now. So there's 13 of us. I don't know. I think I lost a few. There were 18 earlier. So how are we feeling? You can unmute yourself if you have any questions. No questions? Kim, do you have a question? You unmuted.
I'm good.
Okay, so this has been wonderful, and I want to thank you all so much for joining me. And I know, Christy, thank you. It's getting late by you, I'm sure, in Sweden. 9 o'clock. Yeah.
I'm in Michigan. It's cold here and gray.
Oh, you're in Michigan. What is your name?
Carol.
Well, that's your my name.
I'm Judy and Gail's first cousin.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you. You brought the whole family with you. This is great, Judith. Thank you. And
Yeah.
Tina, hi.
Hi, thank you.
You got your speaker going. Do you have any, does anybody have any questions or concerns?
Well, that last exercise was hard on my hip because I've had hip replacements.
Aha.
Where you
Gotta
put
listen to those hips, right?
Yeah.
So getting flexibility back in those hip flexors. Yeah, I understand. So are you taking physical therapy? You might want to check with your physical therapist about that particular move.
Well, I had this in 2007, so I've been flexible. I'm pretty flexible, but that one's tight. That was my first one.
So very still, we listen to our bodies. If they say don't go there, you're not going to go there.
Yeah, I do what I can do.
Anybody else? Any concerns or questions?
I have a question.
Carol,
Yeah.
just to let you know, I've had a hip replacement and it's doing great. I can do all kinds of wonderful things. So keep working on it.
Keep working on it, Carol.
I do exercises in bed every morning before I get out.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
You can put your legs up the wall too now.
Yeah, I did notice I get a little dizzy though when my head does go below my heart.
So keep your head elevated. Good.
Just
good.
Slow with it.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will probably get this recorded and on my website so you can review today or any of the other weeks that we have on my website that are there for you. I want to thank Kimberly Kelly for getting me set up for Zoom. She's been so instrumental getting our community together. She's working on this, what did she call it for hope? Windows of Hope. Yeah, so maybe your community can start that too. Once everybody's back up and running, you know, the transition getting back into being out in the public and that, like I said earlier, we're kind of living in this kind of a force field of a little bit of fear right now. Don't want to get too close. So it's going to take time to get those hugs back. Oh, don't we miss those hugs?
We do, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we add a friend?
I would love for you to add a friend. Everybody can join. So there is a PayPal link. If you feel drawn to contribute some monetary love donation, it would be directed towards the Center of Universal Light with Kimberly Kelly. She's the spiritual director of the church, which is closed. It's a healing center, but she's helping to sponsor this for me, for you. So the link is on my website too. It just says PayPal, and it'll take it either out of your debit account or if you have a PayPal account.
Does this meet every week, Carol?
Every week at 11 a.m. I'm here every Monday.
Oh,
What's your mountain time, right?
No, actually, I'm in California time right now because Arizona doesn't change for daylight saving.
Okay.
So right now it's 11:47.
Okay,
So,
it's 2:47 here in Michigan.
You're 3 hours difference, Carol.
yeah.
Yep.
So let's all bring our palms together and be
Carol.
grateful for this wonderful opportunity. Linda, if you could take your voice off, Linda Leibowitz.
I'll turn mine off too.
Yeah, it seems to still be echoing. Thank you. Okay, so blessings to you. So if we bow our heads and just be grateful and thank this creative wisdom within us that has truly helped to guide this wonderful chair yoga class today for us and to help guide our path throughout the rest of this week until we meet again. So let's close with chanting that sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in, fill your lungs. That divine spirit and light within me honors and mirrors that beautiful divine spirit and light within each and every one of the amazing yogis that have joined me this morning. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Bye.
Blessings. Bye. See you next week. Bring a friend.
Gail?